Yeah, nah. Hey, you guys. Great evening, great evening, great evening. It's your girl, Dr. V. And listen, we're in the kitchen. Look, y'all got to understand, it's some things going on. Sis, you bring my iPad out of my room. I think it's in my room. It might be in the bag. Um, Literally, I was gonna have you guys in the kitchen with me while I made my sister some guacamole, right? Like we normally eat guacamole every day. We didn't eat it today, and so she wanted some guac, and so I was gonna fix it. And then we discovered we're out of tomatoes. No tomatoes. What in the world? Now we got avocados now. We got plenty of avocados, but no tomatoes. So you know what that means? And no cilantro. That means no guacamole tonight. So, but I'm already set up. I'm here. So I'm going to talk to you from here. A place that I don't spend a lot of time in the kitchen. This is perfect because I feel like one of the things that's happened for me since I found my dad is that I've spent more time in the kitchen. Thank you, sis. Than I normally do. And that in and of itself is a huge feat, right? People who know me know that, out there in a minute, listen, it's not that I can't cook butter I ain't cooking. All right. So it was more of a choice. Now, before we get started, you guys let me know who's here, where you're tuning in from, and share this broadcast. Share the broadcast because we want to bless some people. So while you're doing that, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to share. Oh my goodness. I see you want to be shaky. All right. All right. Share. Okay. So while you guys are sharing, I'm gonna let you guys get back. Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Let me know who's here and where you are tuning in from. And who knows? I may be able to get my daddy to come in the kitchen. Daddy, you sleep? Okay. Y'all see how he did it? He did that quick. Yeah, he is not asleep. How'd you answer me from your sleep like that? Come on now. He know good well he ain't sleep. Translation, I'm not fooling with you tonight. That's what he was saying, y'all. He was saying, I'm not fooling with you tonight. That's what he said. He been with me all day. We had to go. We had to go. He had a doctor's appointment. I went with him to his doctor's appointment, and he can't even come in the kitchen with me. You know what kind of mess is that? Listen, what is we doing? Yes, Stacy from Queens. Yes. I love it. I love it. So let me just talk to you. I'm gonna talk to y'all about me and my daddy. Okay. So this, like, yet another thing I discovered about me and him that we share in common. So we're laying on the bed talking to mama, and we both are laying exactly the same way, but we're like facing each other. So we were like mirrors of each other, right? So we both have our leg kind of up. Our hand is holding our leg, and we're rocking our feet. Like we shake our feet. It calms us. It's a soothing behavior. Listen, I didn't realize I engaged in so many soothing behaviors until I got to my dad. I was like, oh, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. So we're sitting there, we're acting just alike. So my auntie calls, right? So my auntie Naomi calls, listen, and she is showing out. So her and daddy are going on. They cracking jokes with each other and everything. And then I get in on it. Cause what? That's what we do, right? So Auntie's talking and she's talking trash about how fine she is and stuff. I said, Auntie, see, that's where I get that from. That's where I get that from. Then I'm not even gonna go into all this. She said, but just know that we twins. So we were just absolutely twinning tonight. So I've discovered that being with my daddy, I have laughed so much. Like we laugh so much. We will crack jokes. We both think we're funny. You heard what I said, think we funny, because sometimes he think he's funny, but he's really not funny. But guess what? I laugh. I be like, because that's my daddy. So today, my sister sent me a TikTok, and it was like, when your son tells you how you are with your daddy, and so she was just calling her dad friend, Daddy, can you come get my baby daddy's kids? Because I can't do nothing with them. And you know, I can't do nothing with me. And it was so funny because everything was like, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. Well, I told them I got to ask my daddy, Daddy, can you do this? Because when you do it, it lasts longer. Daddy, Daddy, can you fix this? Daddy, can you do this? And that, they said that's me. Y'all, I don't believe, do y'all think that's me? Y'all think I be saying daddy like that all the time about everything? Yeah. What y'all think? Y'all think I do that? Y'all let me know what y'all think. Because I don't feel like I do that like that. I feel like that I call upon my father when I need him. But they try to say, I just be calling on him. I don't know. What y'all think? Hold on. Today, we went to Mango while we were in Hampton, and I got some mango preserves. Daddy, can you open my stuff for me, please? I can't open the jar. See, I told y'all, he think he's a comedian. Can you open it for me, Daddy? You ain't even got to get on camera. Daddy, what you got? What is on you?
What is on me?
Food. What you been eating? Blackberry, blueberry,
I don't know.
Now, why he got the... Why? I don't know how it got right here, but it's all... I'm not talking about you. Okay, Daddy, you good.
No,
okay. It's chocolate. Why did you have chocolate?
a nutty
peanuts and chocolate all on his collar. Listen, Marquita, I do not. Girl, you as my whole sister, you were supposed to defend me. You were supposed to be on my side. You're like, yes, you do. And I'm not even there. Daddy, 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 daddy. I do not. See, but look, see, he's working to open it. So if I had tried to open it, it definitely would have been a mess. Okay, so you got it, Daddy. Daddy, listen, I can't be calling on you to talk about how you so strong, and then you can't open it. This is why. Thank you, Daddy. My daddy opened it because he's so strong. Even when he got chocolate and peanut butter, peanuts all on his shirt. Y'all, this is us. This is our life. Now look. Let me say this. Oh my God. Listen. Marquita, stop. So we went, and I caught myself going to get some of the mango preserves at Mango in Hampton, right? So I go to get the mango preserves. That's all I'm going in there for. I'm gonna get at least one jar, probably two. You know, that's what I'm going to get, y'all. Listen, the stuff is so good. You can put it in everything, right? You can make drinks with it. You can use it on toast. You can use it in dishes. Like, I like to do it with my avocado guacamole toast. Yeah, it's really guac toast. That's really what it is. And use the mango preserves with it. But it's amazing. It tastes amazing, right? So that's what I go to get. So I'm going to get that. But while I'm in there, I smell the beignets. And if you've never had a beignet before, listen, that is a Louisiana classic. It's puffy. It's like a donut. It's got powdered sugar on it. Well, these beignets also have a mango cream filling on the inside, right? They have a mango cream filling that tastes absolutely amazing and takes the beignet to the next level. So I'm in there, and I know me and Daddy's nerves be bad. We don't like to be out too long. Our nerves get bad. Okay. I'm just telling you, our nerves get bad. We be ready to be home. Okay. So I'm in there getting the preserves. I smell the beignets. I got to get some beignets. So I'm calling myself, texting him to let him know that, Daddy, I got to get some beignets. And I couldn't remember how to spell beignets, right? So I'm like, okay, how do you spell beignets? Then I think Daddy ain't gonna know how to spell it no way. So whatever I put, he gonna think, it's right. So, I send my text and I'm standing there. While I'm standing there waiting on the beignets, I've gotten my mango preserves, and it's some pecan praline cookie stuff, right? So I'm like, that looks good. Y'all, why did I spend all this money in there that I was not planning on spending when I just went in there to get the mango preserves? That's it. That's all I went to get. I end up with 2 jars of mango preserves, 2 orders of beignets, and 2 praline, pecan praline cookie things, right? Candy cookie. I don't know what it was. Whatever it was good. So I done spent all this money on this stuff. So I go outside and Daddy's waiting for me. And I get in, I said, Daddy, I was trying to get this, but I had to order some beignets. He said, well, did you get them? I said, yes, sir. He said, well, all right, baby, that's okay. Come on, And so he opens the door for me and I get in and they're hot. Well, y'all, I'm hungry. I done ate some of the pecan praline things but I'm hungry. I want some food. I don't want to just eat that. So I said, Daddy, do you eat Hardee's? And Daddy's like, that means either I don't eat it or I haven't eaten it in a long time. And I don't know how I feel about it because he does not like change. Okay. One of the things about my daddy is that he does not like change. He's very systematic. He's very ordered. Like he has a way that he does things. He said it this morning on the line. He's like, listen, I'm a 3 sugar person. Don't put 3.5. If you put 3.5, we're going to have a problem. Now I will say that one day I fixed his coffee and I put 3.5. And I told him I put 3. Actually, I said I put 4, but it was more like 3.5. And he was like, well, it tastes all right. It's all right. I guess we can let it go this time. But he's a 3 sugar person and that's it. So everything for him is very systematic. Well, that's a very common thing. Anyone who knows anything about people who, because he kind of got some OCD, the PTSD, the OCD, and then add to that, just compulsive. Like you got to have control over stuff. You got to have control. So he gotta have control. Now he back there talking about some daddy. Anyway, he likes control. So because he likes control, he does not like change. When you have ADHD, he got to touch ADHD too, right? Like the attention span shot, like just like do. Like I can't deal with it if it's too much longer than that, right? Well, we have that in common. So you like to have structure and you like to have order, right? So you like things to be a certain way. Now I'm not as much like that as he is, but he's very much like that. And it's a soothing thing because it gives you a sense of comfort. So I'm taking him all out of his routines. I done messed his whole routine up. Like normally he go to the VA, he go back home, period. That's it. There ain't no stops in between. Like they're back. That's it. So I took him down there to Mango to get the mango preserves that are absolutely amazing. And I ended up getting some beignets and the other stuff too. And then I'm talking about stopping at Hardee's, which is not a place where he normally eats. Now, McDonald's is across the street, but don't either one of us really like no McDonald's. We don't fool with McDonald's like that, but we stop at Hardee's. Now, I already have my mindset. Y'all, check this out. I got my mindset. I want this cheeseburger, right? So we get in the drive-thru. We're going around, and all of a sudden I remember, I ain't eating meat. I'm on a fast. I can't have a cheeseburger. Well, God worked it out because it was breakfast time, so they didn't have cheeseburgers anyway. So that was not an issue. So I did sausage and gravy. I did the sausage gravy biscuit, right? Check this out. God worked that out too, because like it was a corner of a piece of sausage in the gravy. So God just protected me in all of it. So we're eating our stuff, driving down the road. My daddy trying to eat fast. Okay. Yeah, he trying to eat fast. He got a pork chop gravy biscuit. So he trying to eat out fast. Next thing I know, he's choking. sir, can you not choke while you driving me? What is going on? So I'm like, Daddy, you okay? He's like, listen, y'all, I cannot do the Heimlich while we're moving. Okay. So he is literally choking. I'm like, Daddy, you need a drink? You okay? Marquita, you, Stacy, highlight her comment, please. You are getting ready to get fired as a sister because you are not being sisterly. Listen, you done told me that I just be saying daddy, 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 and now you are pointing out the fact that I was cheating. I realized that I was finna be cheating, and then I realized the Lord protected me and only gave me a corner of a piece of a sausage in the thing. Yes, I'm cheating. Okay, I'm cheating. Okay, I'm cheating. But my daddy is choking. Okay, we're talking about my daddy choking right now. So my daddy is choking. Our daddy is choking, right? So daddy's choking, and I'm like, Daddy, you need something to drink? He's like, I'm good. You are not good. You are not good. You are choking. So I give him something to drink. He drinks it. But look, y'all, look. This all I'm gonna say is my nerves was bad. My nerves was bad because he was scaring me. Oh, that he back there coughing. What is he trying to do to me? He know I'm trying to be live. He coughing. I'm gonna have to go back there and give him a whole breathing treatment, do some whole resuscitation stuff. And that is not my forte. It is not my field. Daddy, you okay? You all right, Daddy? You sure? You need some water? I'm just asking you, do you need some water, Daddy? You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, Daddy. So you got to do a breathing treatment because he's doing too much. So we finally get down the road. He stops choking. He drinks something. He's okay. So I'm feeling a little better. So then we stop at Walmart. I got to stop at Walmart because I got to get this laptop, but I don't want to stop at Walmart because last time I stopped at Walmart, it did not go well for me. And so my experiences in the Walmart there have not been good. Okay. That's what I'm going to say. They have not been good. And so I didn't want to be frustrated. I said, Daddy, I do need to stop, but listen, I don't want to because I'm scared. He said, baby, don't be scared. We got it. We're going to stop. It's going to be okay. So we stop, and I go in. I just get cash because I don't have time for no problems. And I get what I need. We come out and we're on our way home. Now, by this time, let me tell y'all something. My dad is like, when I get home, when I get to the house, I just need some time. I just need some time. Translation. I need you to not bother me. I need you to do whatever you're going to do, but I need you not to bother me. I'm going to go to my man cave. I'm going to isolate because I got to regroup, right? Now, what that means for me is normally I'm going to go into my room and regroup and do the same thing. We have that in common. So when I think about this journey, like I make sense to me because of the things that I'm discussing about him, the things that we have in common. Now, while as I'm telling the story, it may be funny, it's also serious because quiet as it's kept. I know I say daddy a lot. That's not quiet. Like y'all know that. I know I say daddy a lot. I know I call on him a lot. I know that we laugh a lot. I know that we have a lot of fun together, but we also have those moments, those times that are very serious. Like this morning we had, just some serious conversations, and those serious conversations are the times and the spaces where we really kind of just bare our hearts. And this morning it was acknowledging how much our presence in each other's life means. And some people might say, well, why do y'all talk about that so much? Well, we talk about it so much because it's difficult for us to imagine our lives without each other in it, even though there were 55 years where we were not in each other's lives. It's difficult for us to not appreciate the presence of one another in our lives. And I will say this, my level of gratitude has increased as a result of meeting him and being with him, because it makes me grateful for the moments, for the times that we have. And not just that we have, but that I have with my family, period. That's my family on my daddy's side and my family on my mama's side. So when you get to the point where you understand that time is precious, it's a precious commodity, it is not something to be taken lightly, you take those moments more seriously and you're more grateful for them. So being able to come in here tonight and listen, my sis was like, sis, can you make some guacamole? Like, and I was like, well, I was getting ready to go live. She's like, well, what time are you going live? At 8. She's like, well, can you make some guacamole real quick? I said, girl, I'll do my show making the guacamole because I want to make sure that you get it. But then we didn't have no tomatoes and no cilantro. But I did that because she's important to me. And I want her to know that she's more important than me going live. And if I can figure out a way to combine the two so that she gets what she wants and needs, and I'm able to go live at the same time, I'm going to do that. That's how important she is. Oh, Sissy, I love you too. And that's key. You got to appreciate the people in your life for who they are and the role they play. My mama. It's my mama. It's real. It's real. And when you value people, it makes all the difference in the world. I often tell Daddy, I don't need you to do nothing for me. Like, I don't want you to do anything for me. Like, you don't have to do anything for me. And he was like, I know, but I want to. Now, I don't know where that was when we were in the dollar store and I was getting my laundry detergent and stuff, and he had already got his stuff and gone out to the truck. Daddy. What happened when where was you at when I was getting my stuff in the dollar store? You tell me in the truck? He had already gone out to the truck. They rung it up. I said, well, where is my daddy at now? But it's key. He said something, and I said this morning. See, this is the funny thing, because he didn't hear all that I said this morning, so he didn't know what I said. But one of the things that I said was that, I think I said it this morning, that when you love someone, that love will compel you and give you a desire to do certain things, right? And that is really, for me, how I see relationship with God, right? Our love for God ought to create in us a desire to have relationship with him, a desire to look more like him, to be more like him. That's what that love should do. Unfortunately, many of us have been conditioned to do things out of fear, out of anxiety, out of fear of hell, fear of people's disapproval, like all of these other things, instead of doing it from the place that it's designed to come from. And that's the place of love, right? Jesus did what the Father told him because he loved the Father. He didn't do it because he was afraid of going to hell. He did it because he loved the Father. And it was his desire to reflect the Father. Well, for me, I feel the same way, right? There are some just amazing things about my daddy. Like, is he perfect? No. But there's some amazing things about him. And I probably think they're amazing because it's a reflection of me and I'm a reflection of him, right? So that could be it. I could be a little biased. You think so, Daddy? You think I'm biased? See, I didn't think you would. But that's real. When you can see yourself reflected and you can have yourself affirmed and reaffirmed, it helps you to grow in your level of confidence in who you are. So when people tell me that I'm different, like they see a difference in me. Well, what do you mean difference? Corey said, hi, Daddy. Hello. Daddy said, hello. So what does that mean? Well, I'm much calmer, like, even though I cut up, but there is, and I literally got a message tonight that said, you just have such a peace about you. Like, I'm at peace. I'm at peace because the pieces of me that were missing, I found, and they're being placed. And because those pieces are being placed, there's a peace that I have. And it's a peace that surpasses all understanding. It doesn't always make sense, but I have a sense of security, a sense of comfort. Between seeing me in my daddy and seeing me in my siblings, right? It has given me greater insight into me and why I am the way I am. The funny thing is, my sister don't be seeing how we're alike. She does not see it. She don't see it. She don't see us looking alike. She don't see it. She don't see it, right? But look, let me say this. The way we have ministered on the same things and ministered on them similarly, like all of that is not chance. Like that is that there are some ways that we're alike, right? Although we both have our own unique identities, we both have our own unique like she sings, I sing too, but she sings professionally. I sing too. I just don't sing professionally. I don't sing well, but I sing because I like singing, right? But my daddy don't sing well either. He likes singing too. We just be singing and we don't know the words and we make stuff up. And we'd be like, this is my song. This is how I sing. Again, alike. It's amazing to see that and to experience that. So tonight, I really wanted to talk to you guys about not just me being in search of me or me finding me, but I want to talk to you about you. You know, you got to find a way to take the things about you that maybe you don't understand and see where it comes from, or even finding a way to make peace with the fact that you may not ever know, like where this comes from, but you got to make peace with the pieces. You've got to make peace with the pieces. Sometimes it's making peace through the pieces being put together. And sometimes it's making peace with the fact that you don't know where those pieces go or where they come from, but that God, our ultimate Father, is the ultimate puzzle solver, which means that he knows where every single piece goes, why it goes exactly where it goes, what it's connected to, and where it came from. So even when we don't know in the natural, he knows. And when we can connect with him and ask him for insight, because he'll give it to us, he'll give us insight, you'll have this knowing, right? Like I remember before I ever talked to my daddy, before I ever talked to my siblings, I looked at pictures, right? And I'd seen a picture of my grandmother, Kitty or Sweetie, right? She's the same person, right? But when I saw that picture, I said, "Oh, I got her whole attitude." I knew I had her attitude. I didn't know her, I'd never met her, but I knew I had her attitude. Like it was a knowing, like I just knew. I said, "Oh, yeah, that's my grandmama right there. I can tell, right?" And we had similar patterns in our life. There were just similar things in our life, right? Even though she didn't know me, I didn't know her, those similarities still remained. That's why it's so important for us to be willing to explore the past. Because if you do not understand the past, you're destined to repeat it. You understand? When you don't understand the past, if you don't know the past, you don't understand it, you're destined to repeat it even when you don't know it. I didn't know anything about the Stewart side of my family, the Wiggins side of my family, but I repeated the patterns of both sides, and I didn't know them. I am my daddy, but I didn't know him. You see, some stuff goes through the DNA, period. And we can try to deny the DNA, but the DNA is the DNA, and it shows up. Even when we're not in the environment, it shows up. So as you're on your journey and you are seeking to understand you, seeking to become more like God, seeking to really make you make sense, don't be scared to explore the past, because the past could be the key to your future. Let me say that again because I kind of like that. Don't be afraid to explore the past, because the past could be the key to your future. And if you're not willing to deconstruct your past, deal with your past, be delivered from your past. And when I say be delivered, I'm not talking about somebody lay hands on you and say Shaba and now you're delivered. That's not what I'm talking about. See, in the church, we've made everything so super spiritual that we're not willing to do the actual work required to be in a position to maintain the deliverance that we got, right? Deliverance is an ongoing process, right? So when we are willing to do the work, then we can see what the patterns are, and then we can make our choices a little differently. We can understand why we made the choice we made, choose whether or not we want to make that choice again based on the outcome that we got and whether or not the outcome was beneficial to us. Did it serve us well or did it not? I made some decisions as it relates to life, period, as it relates to love, as it relates to relationships, as it relates to family, right? As it relates to my relationship with God. And those choices I've made based on an examination of my past, what I've done in the past, what worked in the past, what didn't work in the past, and based on where I want to be and where God needs me to be. And it means that I have to operate in a greater level of maturity. And sometimes it's hard because I don't want to always be the mature one. I don't want to always be the one forgiving, but I always want to be forgiven. So that's a key. Can't be forgiven if you don't forgive. I don't want to always extend myself extra. I don't. My sister put a post up the other day talking about, so, this is a season where you need extra grace. And I didn't even like it, let alone love it. I was like, I'm not responding to this right here because I'm not feeling this right now, right? But what she said was the truth. Like we have to have extra compassion. We have to have extra grace. We have to. Why? Because that's what God is calling us to. That's what God is calling us to, whether we like it or not. And I'm just telling y'all, I don't like it. So I don't like it, but it doesn't change the fact that I have to do it. So you don't have to like it for there to be a demand placed on you to do it. And I'm not talking about a demand by people. I'm talking about a demand by God, because people can't make me do nothing. I'm real clear about that. See, I got to say this real low. My daddy can't make me do nothing. I had to make sure he didn't hear me. He can suggest strongly. I'll probably do it, but he can't make me, like physically make me do. Daddy, you good? Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
He can't make me do that. He can't make me do nothing. But I'll probably do it because I love him. But not because he made me. He ain't talking about my child, Lord, my child. But seriously, I would do it because I love him, not because he made me, So when he says stuff that I don't necessarily want to hear at that moment, I hear him, and because I love him, I take it to heart. And that's what love does, right? It's not about force. It's not about manipulation. It's not about beating somebody over the head, but real love will pull on your heartstrings and it will compel you to do things that you otherwise would not do. So this is what I'm going to say. Hey, let's take this journey in love. let's take it in love, and let's love each other enough to stretch beyond what's comfortable, to go the extra mile, to extend ourselves and to extend grace and mercy and compassion to one another. You know, whether I liked the comment, loved the comment, or didn't do nothing to the comment touched me. You know, and that's one of the things that we've got to know is that we're touching people, whether they say anything or not, whether they like it or not, you know, whether they respond to it or not. We're touching people. Let's keep living life in love and touching the hearts of others, because that's where change occurs. It's in the heart. You can't legislate change. You can't legislate love. But what you can do is live it, and live it to the best of your ability with everything you have. You'll be surprised what happens when you do that. People's hearts open up and they find themselves loving you even when they didn't necessarily plan on it or even want to, but it happens. So trust God and trust the process. As you're finding yourself or in search of yourself, as I'm on my journey, as I share my journey with you, I'm sharing it because I just believe that it helps when you can see other people going through some of the stuff that you're going through, you know? And so I make myself vulnerable and I open my life to you. It's an open book. It's not always comfortable. It's not always fun. It doesn't always feel good. And it doesn't make others always comfortable. But this is my journey. This is my charge. This is what God has called me to do. And so this is what I do. So until next week, let me tell y'all this. I love y'all and there ain't nothing y'all can do about it. Period. I'm not going anywhere. Period. I'm here for the long haul. Period. Because this is my mandate and this is my mission. And I'm excited to share it with you. You all have an amazing rest of the week. Join me in the mornings for, now listen, this morning I didn't get to do our devotion for today, which was letting go of those things that no longer serve you. I didn't get to do it because the Wi-Fi, no, not the Wi-Fi. The network was not cooperating with me as we were traveling. But I did do a prophetic drive-by. If y'all didn't check that out this morning, baby, go check it out. I did it about 6 o'clock in the morning. Go check it out. It will bless your soul. I promise you that. And know this, know that I love you to life and life more abundant. Have an amazing, incredible, and phenomenal night and rest of the week. I look forward to seeing you next week on Listen. What is the name of the show? Finding Me with Dr. V and Searching Me with Dr. V. I can't remember right now, but look, I know it deals with this journey that I'm on. You all have an amazing and incredible night and be blessed. Mwah!